Hey everyone, good morning and welcome to San Francisco. Today I'm down in Fisherman's Wharf, actually right outside of Ghirardelli Square, and I'm going to take you through my 10 favorite things to do in this district. Yes, it's a touristy district, but there are some great things to do down here and I can't wait to tell you more about them. So let's go ahead and dive in and get started. My number one spot isn't technically in Fisherman's Wharf, but the journey starts here, and it is the one thing you absolutely cannot miss. I'm talking about taking the ferry from Pier 33 to tour the infamous Alcatraz Island. This former federal prison, once home to gangsters like Al Capone, sits on a rocky island in the bay, and its award winning audio tour is one of the best you'll ever take. Walking through the cell house, listening to the voices of former inmates and guards, is a chilling and utterly fascinating look into the history of the rock. Now, for a serious warning, you must book your tickets in advance. Tours sell out weeks, if not months ahead of time, especially in the busy season. Don't just show up hoping to get on the boat, because odds are you won't be able to get tickets. Not only is the tour around the island spectacular, but also the ferry ride is a wonderful experience. It offers spectacular views of the city and the Golden Gate Bridge, and also Alcatraz Island, as you're making your trip back and forth for this unforgettable experience. They're loud, they're lazy, and they are the undisputed rock stars of Fisherman's Wharf. I'm talking about the California sea lions of Pier 39. These massive marine mammals famously took over the docks here after the 1989 earthquake and have been drawing in crowds ever since. Watching them is a completely free and endlessly entertaining show. You'll see hundreds of them flopping on the floating docks, barking, shoving each other for the best sunbathing spot, and sliding into the water. Most of the sea lions you see here are males, and some weigh up to 850 pounds. Their numbers swell and shrink throughout the year, but the population has been booming recently. For a closer look, head upstairs to the Sea Lion Center for free exhibits to learn more about Pier 39's wildest residents. Now let's check out more fun things to do on Pier 39, the undeniable epicenter of Fisherman's Wharf. This lively two-story pier is a world on its own, buzzing with restaurants, quirky shops, street performers, and family fun. It also boasts some of the city's most iconic views of Alcatraz, the Golden Gate Bridge, and Sausalito. The atmosphere is pure carnival, and you just have to lean into it. Ride the beautiful two-story carousel, get lost in a mirror maze, or check out the aquarium of the bay, where you can walk through a 300-foot underwater tunnel as sharks swim overhead. Yes, it's touristy, but embracing the energy of Pier 39 is part of the experience. It's the vibrant core of this waterfront neighborhood. Let's be real, you can't visit Fisherman's Wharf and not eat. And there are two culinary experiences you have to try. First, the dish that is this neighborhood, clam chowder and a sourdough bread bowl. You'll see it everywhere, but the most legendary spot is Bodine Bakery, which has been baking here since 1849. They still use a piece of the original mother dough from the gold rush days. The chowder is creamy, but the real fun is tearing off chunks of that tangy bread bowl. Just a few blocks away, at the corner of Hyde and Beach, you'll find another San Francisco classic, the Buena Vista Cafe. This is the place that introduced Irish coffee to America back in 1952. After a travel writer challenged the owner to recreate the drink that he'd had at Ireland's Shannon Airport, they famously worked to perfect the recipe, even consulting the city's mayor to figure out how to get the cream to float perfectly on top. Watching the bartenders line up glasses and pour dozens at a time is a show in itself, and on a foggy day, there's nothing better. Along Fisherman's Wharf waterfront, you can embark on one of San Francisco's most essential experiences, a classic bay cruise. This is one of the most popular activities in the area, offering you a totally different perspective on the city. For about 60 minutes, you get a front row seat to the bay's biggest icons. You'll sail right under the majestic Golden Gate Bridge, a truly awesome feeling, and circle the infamous Alcatraz Island, getting a chilling view of the rock from the water. This is the best way to grasp the scale of the bay and to get those postcard perfect photos you came for. It's an unforgettable hour on the water. Just steps from the buzz of the main wharf, you will find some incredible living pieces of military history. At Pier 45, you can explore USS Pompano, a genuine World War II submarine. This Below-cast sub completed 6 war patrols in the Pacific, sinking 6 enemy ships. Stepping aboard is like taking a trip back to the 1940s as you squeeze through its narrow corridors and see the torpedo rooms and cramped crew quarters where 80 men lived and worked. Right nearby, now at Pier 35, is the SS Jeremiah O'Brien. This is one of the last surviving, fully operational Liberty ships out of more than 2,700 built for the war. These ships were the workhorses of the war, and the O'Brien is a D-Day veteran, having made 11 crossings on the English Channel to support the Normandy invasion. Visiting these ships isn't just seeing a museum piece. It's a chance to walk the decks and feel the history of vessels that truly helped win the war. You can't leave San Francisco without riding one of its world-famous cable cars, and Fisherman's Wharf is the perfect place to hop on. They're moving National Historic landmarks and the heartbeat of the city's charm. 2 of the 3 main lines, the Powell Hyde and Powell Mason, begin and end their routes right here, making this an essential part of the Wharf experience. The real thrill is hopping aboard for a ride, holding on as you climb the city's notoriously steep hills, with the clanging bells and the bay breeze in your hair. The Powell Hyde line is especially scenic, offering breathtaking views of Alcatraz and Lombard Street. At the end of the line, be sure to watch the operators manually turn the car on a large wooden turntable. It's fascinating, old-world process that shows just how unique this system is. It's more than just transportation. It's a ride through living history. Our next stop is a place that smells every bit as good as it looks, Ghirardelli Square. Tucked into the west end of the wharf, these grand brick buildings are where the Ghirardelli chocolate factory got its start way back in the 1890s. Today, it's a beautifully restored marketplace with shops, restaurants, and, well, a whole lot of chocolate. You simply can't come here without hitting up one of the Ghirardelli ice cream shops or chocolate shops. When you step inside, the line might look a little intimidating, but it moves fast, and trust me, the reward is worth it. Whether you go for a world-famous hot fudge sundae, a decadent milkshake, or just a bag of those iconic chocolate squares, it's the perfect fuel to kick off your adventure. Get ready for a blast from the past. Tucked away on Pier 45, the Musee Mecanique is hands down one of the most unique and fun spots on the waterfront. Forget what you know about quiet, stuffy museums. This is a loud, wonderfully chaotic collection of over 300 vintage, coin-operated arcade games and musical instruments. It's one of the world's largest private collections of these mechanical marvels, and amazingly, nearly all of them still work. Admission is totally free, so you can just wander through. But you're gonna want to bring your quarters. You can challenge your friends to antique games, watch the Wurlitzer in action, and witness the slightly creepy, crackling automation of Laughing Sal. It's pure, unfiltered nostalgia and a fantastic budget-friendly stop for all ages. Finally, let's learn more about this fascinating district and the city's waterfront history at the San Francisco Maritime National Historic Park. The main attraction here is the Maritime Museum, which is housed in a gorgeous 1939 Art Deco building that looks like a sleek, landlocked ship. Inside, you'll find amazing exhibits and stunning murals that tell the story of the West Coast's maritime history. And the best part? The museum is completely free. And from the back, you can soak in postcard-perfect views of the bay, Alcatraz, and the Golden Gate Bridge. The park's visitor center is also free and offers great insights into the gold rush. It also takes you on a walk through the districts in San Francisco that were dedicated to shipbuilding efforts. A quick side note, the park is also famous for its incredible fleet of historic ships, usually docked at Hyde Street Pier. The pier is currently closed for a major rebuild that may last until around 2027, and the historic ships have been temporarily moved. So for now, focus on the fantastic museums and the beautiful scenery of Aquatic Park Cove. So, is Fisherman's Wharf a tourist trap? I think you have your answer. It's a tourist hub, for sure, but it's popular for a reason. From the history of Ghirardelli Square and the antique games of Musee Mecanique to those incredible sourdough bowls, the historic World War II ships, and the chilling stories of Alcatraz, there is just so much to experience here. And you just have to embrace the energy.
So that wraps things up for my 10 favorite things to do in Fisherman's Wharf. Did I happen to miss one of your go-to favorites? If I did, drop a comment below and let me know where you like to go in this touristy district in San Francisco. Also, make sure to like and subscribe for more great San Francisco travel tips every single week.